On this week's episode, we're in Las Vegas, where we photograph landscapes in the desert, fast food at the hotel, and Marshall eats everything.
Earlier today, my attorney advised me to rent a very fast car with no top. We rented this car off of Turo, and it was $150, which I think is a fantastic deal, because if you rented this through any regular car rental agency, it would probably be like $599 a day.
Fast food is the perfect way to describe Las Vegas. It looks really good and you want it really bad, but you always leave tired, disappointed, and dehydrated.
We are at In-N-Out Burger here in Las Vegas, Nevada, en route to Red Rock Canyon, where we are going to photograph the landscape images that we will then composite the fast food images to.
We picked up Marshall, who happened to be wandering the desert. Marshall's vast knowledge of both fast food and photography make him a linchpin for this episode. We have not quite made it to Red Rock Canyon yet, but this road is really awesome. So we stopped for a quick photo, and I think that we're going to be able to do some magnificent things with fast food on it. It's a good day for a walk. Hiking. The way Red Rock Canyon is, it's kind of a 13-mile loop. So we're mile 2. So we came here in the middle of the day because I really wanted kind of that really harsh light, because I felt that it complemented the terribleness of the fast food that we're going to be shooting tomorrow. But it turns out that this place is actually really, really nice, and I wish we would have come here for sunset. One of the ways that photographing, when you know that you're going to be compositing, changes is that I don't really care if there's a specific subject in this shot. I'm just kind of getting the shot, the big open landscape here at 10mm, so I get everything, nice big sky, lots of opportunities to add fast food in post-production. After a few hours in Red Rock, we packed our things into the rented Porsche and made our way back to the Strip. I am constantly blown away by the JPEGs of this Nikon D500. I have D lighting set to high, and the JPEGs just look perfect straight into camera, especially for travel shots. Like, you don't even need to touch the RAWs. It's almost sad when you load the RAW into Lightroom and you see the JPEG preview and you're like, wow, it's a wicked shot, and then it loads the RAW file in and you're like, just lost everything that was cool about it. Obviously, hopefully, except for your composition, things like that. Also, little known fact, the day that Lindsay and I got engaged, we went to see Britney Spears' Piece of Me at Planet Hollywood. The more you know. Looking through the photos from yesterday, I have about 10 that I really, really like. I think that a burger up here will look really nice, so I have to find a way to photograph a hamburger looking up at the same perspective. I think this will be a good scene. We can make it rain some chicken nuggets. Apparently, according to Marshall and the internet, there are only 4 actual shapes of chicken nuggets, so we'll make some big ones, some small ones off in the distance. I like it because it kind of almost looks like it's raining if you kind of darken the sky down a little bit. And this, I feel like we're just going to maybe add some French fries. Tim found this cooler. It's styrofoam, so it's even worse for the environment than this project already was. And Marshall cut a little section out of this, and this is now our fast food cove. All right, let's begin. And the idea is to not really change or style the food in any way, just however it came out of the bag, that's how it's gonna be. To get the perspective we're looking for, we're gonna need to kind of photograph it on an upward angle to make it look like you're looking off at this gigantic fast food in the desert. Really, a lot more thought has gone into this project than I was anticipating. And it's a longer production time than also anticipated. So let's clean this up and we'll move on to whatever's next, which I believe will be some sort of hamburger, perhaps an Egg McMuffin. So this really doesn't look good at all. But that's kind of the goal, I guess. We don't want it to look really nice. For one of the other photos, I wanted to do some flying saucer fast food. So we're thinking the Egg McMuffin, maybe the cheeseburger, and maybe one of the other sandwiches, just kind of all floating in the sky. So I'm going to photograph this regular, and then I'm going to flip it upside down and pretend that I'm getting kind of the angle up on it, because the UFOs would be kind of up in the sky. I'm not photographing them too close because I want kind of a full depth of field rather than a shallow depth of field. Gigantic, hot and spicy McChicken out in the desert.
Spicy?
Hot and spicy. The Big Mac. Last up, we have the McNuggets, and they're posing a challenge because I want them to stand up, but our very expensive photo supply doesn't really facilitate that. Beautiful. And this is where our story today concludes. After completing the most important project of our lives, it's time to go home. Marshall is feeling very tired, disappointed, and dehydrated. If you're interested in purchasing any of these photos, please leave a comment below. On next week's episode, we fly to Queenstown, New Zealand.